Football's wobbly tonight. What's up, good people, and Happy New Year. 2024 and the 2024 season for the Dallas Cowboys got one game left. One game. We got half a week left of Dallas Cowboys football, and then all hell is going to break loose because we got one quarterback under roster with contract. Okay, we got one quarter, and he's had his hamstring ripped off the bones. And our head of scouting department, baby GM, is not under contract. And he basically, his contract's up on next Monday, okay? And all of our coaching staff, literally, none of them are under contract. I pointed out to you guys a little earlier that maybe the reason why Mike McCarthy got himself a new agent is because he is the second lowest paid coach in the NFL. The second lowest paid. He makes $4 million a year. Kansas City's coach makes $20 million a year. There's only one guy below him at 3.5. Yeah. So, not only does Mike McCarthy take all the shit and all the blame, some of these guys out there that currently have jobs, if they went 12-5 in the playoffs 3 years in a row, they would be talking about them doing great things. The 2 years that Mike McCarthy doesn't have a winning record, he lost his franchise quarterback. Oh, I know. Skip Bayless swears that Cooper Rush is better than Dak Prescott, but let's be real here, bro. The 2 games we've had Cooper Rush playing against the Eagles, we've had 13 points and 9 turnovers. Just saying. But have you noticed, I realized something last night, and I meant to get this out earlier. Everything that Jerry Jones did this past year has turned to shit, has blown up in his face. And for the Eagle fans to be giving him crap, and first of all, telling, you're doing a great job. He was soaking that up. Not realizing they're saying, you're doing a great job at running that team in the ground and making life easy for us. We love you being a disgrace is what they were saying. And he didn't even realize that. But seeing him in the in the suite there, literally looking like the Eagle fans were literally on top of him, with the glass around him, didn't that kind of take you back to when they were talking about the distraction for the players who are trying to work out, and you're doing tours, and people are knocking on the glass. It's kind of like you are a fish in a fishbowl. You know what? Jerry Jones got a taste of his own medicine there. He got a taste of it right there, where they're literally knocking on the glass. You see him and Stephen Jones, they got tunnel vision, trying to look down. They're trying to ignore that. They're trying to focus on what's going on the field. But it's pretty hard when people are out there, hey, you're an idiot. But now, here it is. The last week of the season, Zeke Elliott says, please release me. Let me go and get out of this shitstorm. Zeke, who, unfortunately, it was sad because right after the Eagles game, I don't know who it was, but somebody posted on Twitter that the Cowboys should make Zeke Elliott the starter to honor him for his service for the Cowboys. Instead, he is no longer here. That was one of those moves that the Cowboys basically said, oh, we don't need Derrick Henry, we got Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott with 226 yards. Saquon with 2,000. Derrick Henry, what, 1,800? Wow. Blew up in his face. CeeDee Lamb's contract, waiting till the very last moment. Second highest paid player in football. Good old Stephen Jones. Here, hey, CeeDee Lamb's got to understand we're going to need to get him more touches. He's going to need to have like 12 to 15 a game. And so they literally trying to make him like Deebo Samuels and making up for the lack of having a lights out running back. We're going to make him a running back too. And of course, he gets injured and knocked out early. Hey, we don't need to bring back our players. Dante Flower, he's just a role player. 10 sacks. Dorrance Armstrong, doing great things. Our guys that we believe in that aren't paid too much. Our guys that are cheap. We believe in our own guys as long as they don't ask for too much money. But then, we can't afford to keep them. And, then they won't be our guys. And so we won't believe in them. Yeah, that's what we do. So we let go of the 9 starters and figured we're okay. We can just plug them in. Yeah. How'd that work out for you? It didn't, did you? And instead of going out here and saying, you know what, let's protect our investment in Dak Prescott. We are drafting young guys to come in here and play, but let's also invest in another weapon to go with them. Let's make sure that we have an offensive line that can keep them upright so we don't lose them. Because see, this is where the Cowboys, their short-sightedness in 2024 definitely screwed the pooch on them. They got used to winning 12 games a year without lifting a finger or doing anything to help themselves. And so they got cute. Hey, we can trade a 4th round pick and we'll bring in Trey Lance, okay? Oh, okay. I forgot. Shh. Don't tell anybody. They want to bring back Trey Lance. Guess what? On the cheap. So they don't want him to go out there and play well and have other teams want to get him. So they're going to basically say, oh, he's not good enough to win. We believe in Cooper Rush. He gives us the best chance to win. And teams just say, damn, is he that bad? Well, we don't want to sign that guy. And then they hope to go ahead and sign him for, $2-3 million. Trey Lance got to understand that, we're just a bunch of cheapskates here. And, we want his surfaces here. We believe that in the future he might be a quality backup for us, that maybe he can win us some games. But he's got to understand we're cheap asses and we just don't want to pay nobody what they're worth because that's the way we roll. And, if we do sign him to another contract, he's probably going to have to do some kick returning things, and maybe he's going to have to, I don't know, he might have to play a little safety because that's what we do because we believe in position flex. We got to get our money out of paying you. Yeah, that's the kind of team that we are. We are so dysfunctional. But Jerry Jones, on this night, the first morning of 2025, you have the opportunity to change what the hell you're doing. And what that needs to be is you need to go ahead and get Will McClay done. And then you need to go here on Monday and hope and pray that you can actually bring these guys back. Because I have a feeling that you're about to get left holding the bag. That these guys, like Mike Zimmer, that was so so sad that a guy who has given so much to this game is literally treated like shit. And has to say, for coming back, you got to be wanted. You got to be wanted. It ain't right, man. It ain't right. And I almost feel like it's karma that's come back and bit the Joneses in the ass. But hey, it is what it is. Happy New Year to every one of you guys. And remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I can see you all in the morning. Well, later this morning. Happy New Year.